Students have access to use a PDF markup device and annotator online. They would need to have this icon up on their toolbar. It's Texthelp PDF Reader, and that has been pushed out to all students, so it should be there on all of their Chromebooks. What you can do is sign PDFs to students in Google Classroom. Click Create Assignment. There are a couple different ways you can add PDFs. If you go to your Google Drive, you can find it right there. You can also do the same thing by bringing in a file from your desktop. Either one of those will work. What you need to then do is make sure you hand it out the right way. Make a copy for each student. I'm only going to do it with one of them, so I'll remove that one. As with most assignments, make sure that it is in a topic that makes it easier to organize. Add a due date, points if you want. I'm going to make this one ungraded, and then go ahead and click Assign. And that's what you need to do from your end to start this process. And in just a minute, I'll show you what it looks like from the student side. From the student side of things, when they are wanting to do markup on a PDF, they would go to the assignment that has the PDF in it. And since you made a copy for each student, their name is already on it. I'll go ahead and click to open that. And again, this is the student view. And you can see that the extension we were talking about from the teacher side is installed for the students already. It may ask for them to verify that they're using their correct account and just have them allow it. So now you can see there's a toolbar that has popped up. You may have seen this in other situations using docs or slides. This will allow kids to do a few different things. I could go ahead and select and then do some highlighting. You can also answer questions. So I've chosen the text box or typewriter tool. Then I click where I want it to go. And then I would, after I'm done typing, I would click the little check mark and it fits right on. You can move this around. If you hover over this toolbar, you can make the typing smaller, you can make it bigger, you can change the color. If you end up not wanting this, you can garbage it. So kids can move this around to make sure it gets in the right spot. We've done a few things as the student. We can now close this. And those changes that they made are going to show up for the teacher to be able to view it so that you can look in Google Classroom on your end and see the changes that the student made. But you can see it was very easy for kids to be able to get to that. I'll show you one more time. They just go to Google Classroom. They find the assignment. They click on the PDF. It loads using Texthelp PDF Reader. And you can see, even though we had closed it, the changes they made do show up for them. And I'll go ahead and just add a little bit more. All right, and we're done from the student end of things. We just got done taking a look at the student side of the Texthelp PDF markup and annotation tool. And now I'll show you what it looks like from the teacher side after they have completed some work on their PDF. This is the assignment we want to click on. And then we click View Assignment. We were looking at Test to Student. That's the one who had done some markup, but you could also click on any one of the students because you own those documents. So you can see them without having to wait for the student to turn them in. So we can see that this student hasn't done anything. So you can go ahead and move on to Test 2 to see if they've done any of their work. And if you remember, Test 2 student did not turn this in. So it's nice that you're able to look at work that's been done without having to wait for kids to turn it in. You can see that they've answered a couple of questions. You can see what they've highlighted. You can add some comments about this, answer questions if they've got any. So this is what it looks like from the teacher side when you are checking to see if students have done work on PDFs that you've assigned.